Hey everybody, I'm gonna give you just a second to log on. I wanted to do a FaceBlaster tutorial. Sorry, I keep scratching because there's cat hair floating in here and it is sticking to the sweat all over me. So if you see me do this, that's not part of the tutorial. All right, so number one, what I want to tell you about the FaceBlaster is just like anywhere else on your body. This is what you want to use to smooth out the fascia. Okay, this is what you want to use to increase the blood supply, and this is what you want to use to make things smaller, okay? So when we talk about the face, now I've had people say, oh, I'm so excited I've blasted my cheeks, but the first thing out of the gate that I'm going to say is, for me personally, I want to keep the volume in my cheeks, so I don't blast my cheeks. It's just like the other cheeks that I don't blast because I don't want to lose volume. The Fascia Blaster, from what we know, produces a thermogenic effect. We're going to be studying that in Tampa. And as you guys have used it on your legs and for lysing and all of that, it will make things smaller, okay? So don't go ballistic on your face. Really ease in, try it, do half of your face and look at it. The result is pretty instantaneous, okay? But my biggest word of warning would say, don't do your cheeks. I didn't realize how much the shape of my face had changed and also how much I actually really like it until I was looking back at those photos. Was that crazy? We were looking back at a photo shoot where I actually was a little lighter weight-wise, but my face is much more defined. The hotter you are, the better. I'm actually starting to lose the sweat, so I'm gonna go ahead and jump into it. But there's all kinds of ways to heat the face. You can, after pads, I saw a great video the other day. A lady had used a face steamer. I'm not sure where you get those, but of course we're gonna try to make them because that's dope. So get hot. Don't do it cold. All right, so favorite part of the Face Mini is it hooks on the jawline, okay? So look how hard I'm going. And I go all along the jawline, letting the claws grip the whole jaw, okay? So this is something that I do and I come back to. This is not a real-time video. I actually usually blast my face for about 15 minutes. I'm not gonna keep you guys on that long, but you're gonna go right along the jawline. And then I like to take one claw and really get here up under your jawline. This is where we tend to get TMJ, which by the way is just the name of this joint. And so I'm using a single claw to dig out up under the jaw. And then I go back and here, okay? So that's one start of the process. Then you wanna get your neck. And I go right here. These claws, by the way, we always tell people don't blast over your jugular. Unless you literally take this and ram it into your neck, you can't reach the jugular. The claws are tiny. So you're gonna go up and down the, just this whole group of muscles here, the scalene, masseter, all of it, just up and down, okay? And I come all the way over just to the side of the trachea and just really get after it. And then I like to come up under the jawline. Look at the placement of the claws. Can you see it, Lainey? Mm-hmm. Okay. So now instead of being on the jaw, I'm under the jaw, going this way across the attachments. And my you can see it popping out right there. That nasty little scalene tendon is probably dragging my face over. I don't know if you guys saw the original video that I did, but my neck muscles were so tight that they were literally pulling the fascia in the skin over. So this is a really important part if you're trying to loosen the neck muscles and create more definition in the jawline. Okay, so basically we've done here, 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 and underneath. Now, the good stuff, the jowls. All right, so obviously it's difficult to contract your face, so I just don't worry about it. So I get right here on the jowl, and I just scrub back and forth. So you can do it like this, and then you can also stick your tongue and go over it like that, okay? I'm just gonna do one side of my face for the tutorial, but just assume you're gonna do the other. Is it starting to look different?
It's red.
Yeah, lots of blood flowing, which is good. Remember you guys, the elastin exists in our DNA, but it's stimulated when the collagen reaches the, you know what, I forgot I was doing a tutorial and I just started doing what feels good. So that's it. If that happens, that's okay. All right, so let's talk crow's feet. So I just said I don't blast my cheek. So how do you do the crow's feet? you take a couple of little claws like this. Notice that I'm not putting them on my actual cheekbone, and I go over it, just like this, okay? And what I would say is, yes, close your eye. I was trying to stay engaged with the audience. But you do it just like this, and that's for all the crow's feet just up under the eye. Then I like to come back, again, with the, you know how I did the big claw here? I like the big claw right here on the temple, okay? For those crow's feet here. And again, it's a soft, brisk movement. This actually is a little sensitive, which means probably later today I would have had a headache had I not done this. You're loosening the fascia and creating blood flow. But what I would say is if anyone face blasts and does get a headache, it's just because you've created some inflammation that doesn't have anywhere to go. So that's when you get your big blaster and go back and start blasting your chest, the back of your neck, and down your arms to try to move any kind of inflammation out.
Under eye puffiness and headaches were the two questions.
Yes, okay, so under eye puffiness, I already did a live feed when I was in California at a hotel. I tend to wake up and just feel like I have heavy eyes for no reason, meaning like I've had plenty of sleep. So there's the two things to it. One is you want to, open the fascia and flush the blood. And by doing, the neck, the arms, the chest, all of that with the big blaster, and then now adding this with the FaceBlaster, it will absolutely reduce the puffiness, because puffiness is just inflammation, and what moves inflammation out is proper blood flow. The other thing that I like to do, and I didn't prepare for it for this particular video, but go look at the live feed. I think it's called Ashley's Tip for a Facelift or something like that. Whoever's on social media can go post it. They know. We'll put it in the comments. But if you go ahead and fill up your sink with a whole bunch of ice and cold water, and then take your entire face, pull your hair back, and dunk your face in the water between the big fascia blaster for your body, the face blaster for your face, and then cold ice. Obviously, it's cold, it's ice.
Hot ice.
Well, I guess there's dry ice. And then dunking your face in cold water, you can completely get rid of that puffiness. All right, was there any place that I missed?
On your face?
Yeah, let me just go back to it, just the jawline like that. You've got all of your TMJ area, and you can bring this over as far as you want. I like to stay south of the jawbone. If you end up having okay, so like that. And then we have all of the neck muscles. Then we came under the jaw. You've got the jowls. You can also do it in tongue. You can take the two claws just above, come around that eye very carefully, a single claw on the temple, and then, the entire face blaster. I put as much of it as I can when I do my forehead. And then if you have just, for the headache people, you can come just like this, or the 11s. I don't have 11s. I think because I got Botox when I was younger, those muscles don't work anymore. But this is awesome for the 11s, is to come down with two claws and then come across with the whole thing. Absolutely yes for the lips. So let me just tell you that, I don't know, maybe 8 months to a year ago, I got lip injections. So I'm glad that this came up. They were too big. I don't even want them. I just got excited. I don't know, Kylie Jenner or something. But if you have fillers, I would not blast the fillers. I think that you can move the fillers around. So if you've had any, injections here, any fillers here, I wouldn't blast over that. But what I can tell you is that I don't use any fillers here or here and don't have the wrinkles. So I think the fascia blaster is going to end up being a substitute for having to fill, because it will, flatten out the skin. But, talk to your plastic surgeon or whoever is doing it, and make sure that you've been through the cycle. So for instance, Restylane only lasts 3 or 4 months. So let your Restylane run its course and then blast, okay? But lips, you absolutely can do, and I've actually seen a great result. In fact, Lainey and I were talking about it. I was like, girl, do not inject your lips. First of all, it's horrifically painful. This is my opinion. Don't get mad at me.
And she's tough, y'all.
I'm super tough. When that needle hit my lip, I was like, you know what, I'm done. But unfortunately, I had half of it. So, and I don't really want bigger lips, but I was having the little lines. So I'm gonna let this run its course, and it's probably actually run its course, and then I'm gonna start doing the blasting to see. So we're all in this together. We're all gonna be testing it. But to do the lips, you take the claw and you just go right along the lip line, just like this. And I think a lot of people have had good result with that, even using the big claw. So I can't even imagine how awesome that's going to be with this. So just remember, there's an instant kind of plumping. We don't know how long that's going to last. So I definitely don't want to tell you with the FaceBlaster, oh yeah, you know, it's going to plump your lips. I don't know if it will. We know that the skin tightens and is more healthy. And there's a lot of blood vessels that go to our lips. So the hope would be that you can get a nice little plump. But I would go into it with, you know, looking at a realistic outcome to be getting rid of the little vertical lines. Can you get it real close on mine? Because that's something like I noticed, and that's why I wanted to get my lips done, is that when I would wear my lip liner, it would fray at the top. So I'm really excited I need to check back the date that I actually did this, because I'm ready to start blasting my lips too. All right, any more questions? That's good, because I did not want to miss that. That's an important thing. What, did anybody ask about Botox?
Yes, one person did.
I think, this is my opinion, okay?
Can you blast over the Botox?
I think yes. I think,
not within the first 5 days.
yeah, like let it settle and get how it's going to get. But I think that this actually complements Botox, because Botox is meant to stun the nerves to keep, you know, the muscles from being able to contract, and the fascia blaster loosens muscles and fascia. So, and I don't think it's going to move the botulism around. You know, again, like I said, it's a new product. We're all trying it. So definitely give me feedback if you've had Botox and you've tried it. I get Botox here and here because my, as you can see, my eyes are really deep set and my skin actually starts to hang over. I mean, my mother had her like an upper eye lift about when she was my age, and it was medically necessary. So I feel really good that, you know, this little injection saves my eyes. And I don't have any problem. I'll blast right over it.